Welcome back to Once Upon a Fun Fact. And have you ever wondered why Ariel isn't just another Disney princess, but the princess who changed Disney history forever? Today, we're diving deep under the sea to uncover the untold story of Ariel, from her fairy tale origins to her splash in the Disney parks, and even her waves in pop culture. So grab your dingle hoppers, hit that subscribe button, and let's swim into the magic. Let's start with the original tale, which is not so happily ever after. Before we even meet Disney's Ariel, we need to talk about where she came from. Hans Christian Andersen's 1837 fairy tale, The Little Mermaid. Unlike Disney's bubbly redhead, Andersen's mermaid didn't get her prince. In fact, she met a tragic end, dissolving into sea foam after sacrificing everything for love. Andersen never even named his mermaid. Disney giving her the name Ariel was a huge deal, helping cement her identity as one of a unique princess. Disney's decision to change the story to a happier ending wasn't just to make it kid-friendly, it was also strategic. After a rough period of box office disappointments in the 70s and the 80s, Disney needed a hit movie. And Ariel's charm, curiosity, and determination made the perfect symbol of a Disney era. Ariel and the Disney Renaissance. When The Little Mermaid released back in 1989, it didn't just make a splash, it launched what's known as the Disney Renaissance. This is a golden age of animated films that brought us movies like Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and The Lion King. Fun fact, Ariel was actually designed by Glenn Keane, one of Disney's legendary animators, and her movements were partly modeled after actress Sherry Stoner. Even her flowing red hair was inspired by astronaut Sally Ride, floating in zero gravity. Talk about out of this world inspiration. And of course, who could forget the music? With Alan Menken and Howard Ashman behind the soundtrack, songs like Part of Your World and Under the Sea didn't just win Oscars, they became cultural touchstones. It's no exaggeration to say Ariel sang Disney back into relevance. Let's dive into the park scene where Ariel made her splash moves as well. Ariel in the Disney parks. Ariel's story didn't just stay on the big screen, she swam straight into the Disney parks too. Over at Magic Kingdom at Disney's Walt Disney World, guests can experience Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid, an elaborate dark ride where animatronics bring Ariel's story to life. Ariel also appears in live stage shows like The Voyage of the Little Mermaid over at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to this performance, Sebastian.
If only I could make him understand. I just don't see things the way he does. I don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things.
Now, angel fish. You're here because you want to be with the humans.
And of course, no Disney parade feels complete without Ariel perched high on her seafoam float, waving to the crowd like the ocean royalty she is. She's practically the pearl of the parade lineup. And for meet and greets in the parks, well, Ariel is one of the most consistently popular princesses for kids to meet, especially with her iconic mermaid tail setting her apart from the other princesses in ball gowns.
We have some questions for you. Can we ask you some?
Of course.
Which is your favorite, land or sea?
Well, they both are so very exciting. I love being under the sea and having my mermaid tail. Flounder and I went on so many adventures, but I also love the surface. You know, I get to learn a lot when I got my new human legs, like how to dance with my Prince Eric. He's gonna teach me how to go sailing soon.
That's so cool.
If you measure a princess's popularity by merchandise sales, well, let me tell you, Ariel is near the top of the seashell pile. Back in the 1990s, Ariel was the #1 selling Disney princess in merchandise.
It was his hat, Mr. Krabs. He was #1.
Especially with dolls, costumes, and bedding. Ariel pins are among the most collected in Disney's pin trading community as well, and her mermaid aesthetic, which is the seashells, the turquoise color, and iridescent colors, helped set the tone for an entire princess marketing wave. Ariel's red hair also played a role in making her distinct. At the time, most Disney princesses had blonde or black hair. Ariel's fiery locks made her instantly recognizable on toy shelves, and marketing executives love that. Ariel beyond the movies. Ariel didn't stop at just one film. In fact, she starred in 1992 to 1994 Little Mermaid TV series, exploring her adventures before the events of the actual film. Then later in 2000, there was a direct-to-video sequel of The Little Mermaid titled The Little Mermaid 2: Return to the Sea, starring her daughter Melody. And there was a 2008 prequel titled The Little Mermaids: Ariel's Beginning, showing her life before she met Prince Eric. And I like to throw this in whenever I can. She has made appearances in countless video games, including one of my favorite of all times, Kingdom Hearts, 2 other Disney princess titles. In fact, Ariel has been featured in more video games than almost any other princess, often as both a playable character and a summoned ally. Ariel in the modern era. If we fast forward to today, Ariel is actually still making waves. Recently in 2023, Disney released its live action adaptation of The Little Mermaid, starring Halle Bailey. Despite mixed early reactions online, the film still went on to gross over $560 million worldwide, introducing Ariel to a whole new generation of kids. And the parks expect Ariel to continue shining. Disney is known for refreshing princess meet and greets to include both the classic and the live action versions, so don't be surprised if Halle Bailey's Ariel becomes part of the lineup someday as well. And let's talk a little bit about Ariel's legacy. Why does Ariel stand out among other Disney princesses? Well, I mean, we kind of already talked a little bit about her hair, but she was also bold, curious, but also flawed. Unlike earlier princesses who often waited for things to happen to them, Ariel kind of took the initiative herself and went after her dreams, even if it meant making mistakes. She wasn't just another princess in the lineup, she was the one who saved Disney's animation. Without Ariel, we might not have Belle, Jasmine, or even Elsa. In other words, Ariel wasn't just part of your world,
Someday I'll be part of your
she built the entire world of modern Disney magic. And that's the untold story of Ariel, a princess who proved sometimes you have to make a splash to change the tide. If you enjoyed diving into these Disney fun facts and untold stories, don't forget to give this video a like. It's the easiest magic that you can do today. And of course, subscribe for more Once Upon a Fun Fact stories. Until next time, just keep swimming towards the magic and leave a comment down below. which Disney princess would you like me to talk about next time? Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.